Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and these are Microsoft's brand new Surface Earbuds. And these were just released. They come in at $199, and you can get them on a discount if you're a parent, a teacher, military, or a student for about $179.99 if you're eligible on their website. And so these do not have active noise cancellation, just like the Pixel Buds, but also AirPods Pro is sort of their competitor along with AirPods. So we'll take a closer look at that in a moment. And as you can see here on the back, it says they're up to 24 hours battery life with the charging case. So this is pretty typical these days. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we've got inside. So we'll take the wrapper off here. And we'll set these up with the Pixel 4 XL, and I also have an iPhone to try it out with those as well, so they should work with either or. So inside here is the case. We'll set that aside. It says everyone's ear is unique as their fingerprint, and it says find your fit, scan to get set up. And I already installed this audio app. So you install the Surface, I think it's called the Surface Audio app. It actually says Surface there, but it's a Surface Audio app where you can set it up. Let's see what's inside here. It says get connected. There's a little button on the bottom. Let's see what we've got here. And it looks like that's it. So it shows some gestures. We'll go over more of that in a moment. So you have USB-A to USB-C. Then you have some ear tips. So I guess you have small, medium, and large. So you've got small and large here, and then inside must be medium. Let's see what else we've got. So we have a little instruction manual and then product and regulatory guide. Now you'll see we have some gestures here, and it says you can double tap for play, pause music, answer calls, or end a call. You can touch and hold on either ear to activate your digital assistant. You've got swipe up for volume, swipe down for volume down, swipe forward for next, swipe back for previous. So that's really nice. Now here are the earbuds themselves in the case. And so this is glossy. I didn't think it was glossy in the video that I saw, but it's pretty nice. We'll open it up, and there's the earbuds themselves. On the back, we have USB-C to charge with, and then on the bottom, we've got a button to help us pair it. So we'll open this up. Let's bring it near the Pixel 4 XL and see if we can pair them. You go into the Surface Audio app, as you can see here, and we'll hit connect. It says need permission to use your location. I guess allow while using the app. You have to agree to the terms. We'll wait for it here, and it says connecting. And it says pair and connect. I do want to use contacts and everything, so it says pairing and connected. So that was pretty simple. Now let's take a look at the earbuds themselves. So here's one of them. Here's a closer look. You can see this is the right earbud, and you can change these tips out like this. So this comes off. You can change it out to whichever size you want. Now inside these have a 13.6 millimeter driver. And so it should have that, as well as dual mic arrays to help with phone calls and things like that. It should be a little bit better. They do look a little odd, but I think these should work nice. And Surface headphones, at least the ones before, actually sounded pretty good. Now, according to Microsoft, they have omnisonic drivers, as well as Bluetooth 4.1 and 4.2 support with SBC and aptX. So there's some tutorial videos here as well. It says find your fit, goes over the touch gestures, we'll skip, and it says there's an update available. So I'll update these, try them out for a little bit, and see what they sound like, and then share some of my views with you. Now, I listened to the Surface earbuds for a little while, and they sound very good. They sound very rich and full, and one thing I really like is they don't sit in your ear canals. They're very comfortable that way, and I hardly notice they're there. So I definitely could use these for a long time throughout the day. They remind me a lot of the sport version of the Bose headphones, so those are very comfortable as well. They feel basically the same. Now, the sound is very rich and full, and I wanted to compare them a little bit with the Pixel Buds as well as AirPods Pro. And so let me show you how I did that. Now, I actually have the music synced between the Surface Buds in my right ear and the Pixel Buds in my left ear. They're synced on the iPhone and the Pixel 4 XL, so I can go back and forth and hear the difference between the two. And I definitely can hear a difference, but the Surface Bud sounds more airy because it's more open on the right-hand side. It's not sealed in your ear, so it sounds a little bit different. probably less bass, but it sounds good either way. Now, listening between all of them, I would say that the Surface Buds have a nice sound to them because you can hear what's going on around you. But if you want that noise cancellation, they're just not going to have that. The bass is more pronounced on the Pixel Buds and the AirPods Pro, but the overall sound and vocals sound a little bit better to me on the Surface earbuds. So it's more up to really what kind of audio you want to listen to. And of course they support aptX, so they have a little bit higher quality audio if you're using them on an Android device, for example. Now, as far as the way they look in your ear, well, the Surface earbud is obviously a little interesting looking. Some people really like it, some people don't, but it's just this round flat piece, which helps with gestures, and I'll show you that in a moment. But as far as the Surface earbuds versus, say, AirPods Pro in your ear, well, the AirPods Pro are a little less large, I guess, on your ear. And then compared to, say, the Pixel Buds I think have the least amount of size or intrusiveness as far as the way they look. So I like the Pixel Buds most, but as far as comfort, I have to give it to the Surface earbuds because they don't touch the inside of your ear canal. However, if you were to lay down on them, they're going to push hard into your ear. Now, as far as the gestures with this, it's really easy to use because you have this large surface. So if you double tap, it plays music. You'll see it played. Double tap again, it pauses. If I swipe up or down, it changes the volume, as you can see there as I'm swiping. And then press and hold, and you get the assistant on the phone. So if it's on an iPhone, it's Siri. If it's on an Android phone, it's Google Assistant or whatever assistant you have assigned. And I tried that out on either or. So it works really well with that. Swiping up and down works well. And then if we go into the app, it's the same on both Android and iPhone. So let's take a look at the app a little closer. Now in the app, it gives you your percentage, your volume, and then we have some options as well. So if we go to the Surface earbuds, you can see your paired devices. You have an equalizer, so you can adjust it for classical, jazz, pop, rock, or adjust it however you'd like for more bass or less. Then you have device controls, so you have touch control or optional diagnostic data. And then also personalization, so you can change the name, change the language. So you can see you've got different languages here for the Surface earbuds. And then firmware updates, which I had to do already, and then your updates, your about, and tutorial videos that show you how to use the actual Surface earbuds themselves. So I showed you this before. You can swipe through them and watch those tutorials. And you get the same thing on both devices. Microsoft says you get 8 hours of playback time as far as audio on the Surface earbuds. I'm sure that depends on volume and things like that. And then you've got 24 hours total with the Surface case. So you just put them in the case to charge. It's pretty simple and straightforward, just like any other earbuds at this point. Put them in there like that, and they'll charge. And it works fine. And then, of course, you just plug it in with USB-C. Now, I placed a phone call using the Surface earbuds, and they sounded nice and clear. The call was nice and loud. I could hear their voice easily. And the person on the other end, my brother, could actually hear me without a problem. He didn't know that I was using earbuds. He thought the microphone was right by my mouth. So that's a very good sign. He heard me with no problem whatsoever. Now, also, you could use these for voice dictation in Office. So if you have Office on your computer with Office 365, you can use them for voice dictation on a Surface device or whatever you have. And you can also swipe through PowerPoint presentations using them, using the gestures. Now, this is something I personally wouldn't use, but if you want to swipe through them, you could. I prefer to just use a remote or a clicker to go from next to next. But either way, you could use these if you'd like to for that. And I think they're a pretty decent value for what they are, but I'd love to hear what you have to say about them in the comments below. I think at $199, or if you can get that discount, they're a pretty good value as compared to, say, the Pixel Buds or the AirPods Pro as far as an alternative. The AirPods, I find, don't work well all day long in your ear because if you have it touching the inside of your ear, it can become uncomfortable after a while. And these, I think, will take care of that problem. So I plan to use these quite a bit. And if you have any other additional questions, I'd love to answer them in the comments below. Just let me know, and I check the comments regularly. Now, if you'd like to get your hands on the wallpaper that I showed in the video on the Pixel 4 XL and the iPhone, of course, I'll link it in the description as I always do. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.